What's the best miniatures in all of Warhammer 40,000 and why they're all the lion?
All of them?
Yep.
Hello, we're back. My name's Kieran, his name's Kieran. This is The Kieran Show, and we are talking about top fives. Woo! This is a hot topic that we haven't touched on yet.
Yeah, this could be quite contentious. So this is
prepared for arguments.
Yeah, what are the top 5 miniatures in all of Warhammer 40,000?
Good grief. We're going to do this in a bit of a two-parter. This one we're going to tackle 40k. The next one we'll tackle AOS.
Spoilers, the AOS one was a lot harder.
Yeah, loads harder. Loads harder. So finding a top 5 in 40k is a little easier. What did you find?
Yeah, finding a top 5 for 40k was easier. Like I got the top 3 very quickly.
Yeah.
4 and 5,
not so much.
I could have had a top 10. I'll put that out there now for 40k easily. Yeah, it's just, I mean, as everyone knows, the AOS miniatures knock the 40k ones out of the park.
Yeah, I think the 40k ones are great, and they've obviously got some amazing characters. But like the big scale models, I don't think are even close to.
No, but we're talking too much about AOS in a 40k video.
Yes, woo, 40k guns and stuff.
What's your number 5?
So number 5, I've gone with Ghazghkull Thracker.
Really?
Ghazghkull Thracker of the Orcs. He is the big bad for the Orcs in 40k. He's probably one of the most notorious characters in the lore of that time period as well. His miniature is amazing. It's brilliant to paint. It looks stellar. The Makari model is like a nice little additional bonus. But yeah, I think he is stunning. I think he's great.
I'd have had him in my top 10.
Top 10, but not top 5.
I would love to paint him one day.
He's honestly, it's great. It's such like a nice model. I think with Orcs anyway, you can add as much sort of imagination and creativity as much as you want anyway. But it's honestly, it's so full of character. Yeah, love it. Think it's great. What's your number 5?
So my number 5 will come as a surprise to you.
Oh.
And to YouTube.
Okay.
Involves the Tyranids.
Oh.
This is the Norn Emissary.
The Norn Emissary. That's the one with the brain, right?
Yeah, it's the new big one.
Nice. Yeah, that is cool.
So,
Why?
Because it gives me such Pacific Rim vibes.
Yeah. No,
it reminds me of me being 6 years old, smashing toys together. One was a big alien, one was a big robot.
Yeah.
I haven't painted mine yet because
shocking.
Me and the Tyranids fell out.
Yeah, you guys have got history at this point on this channel anyway.
I'll paint it one day, but yeah, it is a gorgeous miniature, and I think you'd be really hard to ruin it with a bad paint job as well.
I think so. I think there's not loads to it. It's the only reason it's not.
Because it's a bug.
Yeah, I'll be honest, none of the Tyranid models come anywhere close to my top 5, even my top 10 to be fair. Like the Norn Emissary and what was the other one again?
Assimilator.
Assimilator, fine. There's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they're really cool and I really enjoyed painting the one I did, but I think there's loads better. Loads better.
See?
What?
We're at number 5, we're already arguing.
Yeah, you're wrong. Number 4 is the Void Dragon.
I won't say too much on the Void Dragon, spoilers.
Okay, fine. Yeah, this is one of those models that are, sort of, for me anyway, the personification of 40k. I think the details are phenomenal. The pose is really stoic, yet almost like haunting. It's like coming out of the ether, almost like as the Necron's salvation. I think, am I right in saying in the lore that it's almost like they're prisoner as well? They've almost like imprisoned the...
Yeah.
What are they called again?
Shards of the Catan, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, super creepy, but also brilliant. The different, we'll touch on it, I'm sure. It feels like I'm just chatting to myself.
Yeah,
you'll eventually get time. Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. It's definitely one of the best models in Warhammer, let alone 40k. It was a real toss-up between this and the Silent King. But yeah, Void, wow, great time.
Okay.
What's your number 4?
My number 4, and it feels really bad to have it this low.
Oh.
Because of how much I like the Lion.
Go on.
Number 4, the Lion.
Oh, what? Really?
Yeah. Best Loyalist Primarch. I mean, there's only 2, but Best Lourdes Primarch miniature there is. When this was revealed, I remember waking up at 2 a.m, and when I looked at the picture on Warcom, I was like, this was worth waking up at 2 a.m to see.
Don't get me wrong, great mini, but
You ruined yours with a really quick paint job.
it's not even on my top 10. I don't think, the Lion.
How?
It's just not.
The base, like the amount of detail in his face,
Yeah.
the flowing cape,
We'll go
the jowers.
I tell you what, we'll go over the honourable mentions at the end, and I'll name 5 characters that I think are better looking than the Lion.
Oh, no, it's just going to be an argument.
That's what they want. I can see you.
Top 3s now.
Top 3s. Oh boy. So number 3, I've got Mortarion.
Stop picking mine! I don't get to talk! I'll talk to you in a bit.
Mortarion to me is the best Primarch model, hands down. I obviously will probably bring up some honourable mentions now. Magnus is great, Angron is great, the Lion and Guilliman could do better, but Mortarion I think is just utterly stunning. The essence of like pestilence, the little gribblies all over him, the spots of decay, his scythe, the little plumes, all the bugs, the gas mask that's going on, everything is just, it's almost like, I'm trying to think of the word.
Well, you can think of it in a bit, because we'll come back to him.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. But yeah, utterly stunning. Absolutely one of the favourite models I've ever painted. I think it's just a beautiful mini to start and finish. Anybody that's got them in the backlog, paint them now. Anybody that has already painted it, I'm sure you will agree. What's your number 3?
So I'm going to break the cadence we've got at the minute. I'm going to give you all of my top 3.
Oh.
Because otherwise you'll end up talking about all of mine. I don't think it's number 3 for me is the Void Dragon.
Of course. Why?
Because when I haven't painted mine,
Shocking.
when I built it, the way that miniature goes together is just, because you look at it and go, that's really fiddly, that's just going to fall apart. But the way that the base all locks in together and then locks into the base actually makes something that's really sturdy. It's really clever. It looks exactly like something out of Evangelion.
Sure.
Spear Longinus, it's got all that going on. It's got really cool lore as well. Just that it eats vehicles. That's a massive oversimplification.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that what it does?
But yeah, no, it is really cool.
I feel like every game we seem to play against Luton.
We haven't killed one yet.
Yeah, so whenever we play Luton, he always brings his Void Dragon, and it's just menacing.
Yeah, we can't kill it.
It's horrible, horrible.
I want to kill it.
Yeah, please just let me kill it. But
yeah,
crazy.
My number 2.
Number 2.
Mortarion.
Why? Tell us why.
The best demon Primarch of all 3.
Excellent.
Magnus is the worst of them, just saying.
Of the demon Primarchs?
Of the demon Primarchs.
Oh, right, yeah, absolutely.
And of the Primarchs.
What?
Anyway, Mortarion, would love to paint it one day. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is what 40k can do in miniatures. You don't have to have these submarines when it happens with lots of the chaos stuff. When the shackles of the Imperium are taken off, the design team are like, right.
I'm gonna reinvent Warhammer.
Yeah, it's the smoke all coming down, the wings, and like some of the paint jobs as well. That I've seen that people do on the wings, like eyes and like motifs and stuff on them.
Yeah, it's utterly beautiful. My number 2 is the Triumph of St. Catherine. There is something so utterly mind-blowing about this mini, and it's the fact that it's a diorama. You're not building a mini. I'm going to completely poo-poo all of your arguments. Okay, go for it.
So you're saying that this is the second best miniature in all of Warhammer 40,000.
I know where you're going.
And you cut it up to pieces.
Yeah, and you know what's really horrible? Is I didn't realise it was the second best miniature I've ever seen or painted until it was too late.
Second best miniature in all of Warhammer. Like, nah, I can do that.
I was going through all of the instructions after I'd already cut everything up, and I was like, this is amazing. I felt like I'd destroyed a work of art.
You have?
Yeah. I'm aware. I know.
You need to buy another one.
And I will. It's always why people are like, oh, this is insane. This is so freaking cool. And then some people are like, heresy, sweet heresy. I mean, they're like that with most of the stuff I paint anyway. But it's just utterly mind blowing. The thing that you've got like 5 separate minis. You've got like a centerpiece within an incredible scenic base. And then on top of that, you've got loads of chains, cherubs, rose baskets, swinging, I don't know, church stuff. There's a lot going on, and it's just insane. The fact that it's currently, or what I believe, is the centerpiece model for the Adeptus Sororitas. It absolutely
Not for its points value, it's not.
nothing is in that case. But yeah, it's just utterly stunning. There is so much to say about this mini. I'm going to start and end with, I'm sorry I ruined it. Number 1. 3, 2, 1. The Silent
King.
Silent King. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What a miniature. I remember what was awful about this as well is it was actually leaked. It was in the back, if I remember correctly, yeah. There was a blurred picture of the whole of the Indomitus, not the whole box, but it was like an overarching of the period that we had of what was coming out. And you could see it in the background, and it was like one of these potato miniatures, and you could just see in the background, and I remember going, what is that? Show me that now.
Sorry.
And then, because I think it was leaked, we had the whole proper reveal, and I went, my word.
Yeah.
It's the hilarious thing. He's one guy, and he's 3 miniatures.
Yeah.
Well, so 2 floating coffins.
Technically, it's 3 guys and 3 miniatures.
Or also small addendum if you do ever build it and don't stick him to it, like I've done.
Which is honestly one of the dumber things you've done.
Yep.
Are you gonna?
I can't take him off because the Necron miniatures are so spindly. Like there's individual pipes joined together. You can't. If I pull him off, he'll come apart.
When you what?
Grow up.
When you what? Yeah, there is something incredibly special about that mini. The fact that you still haven't painted him or the Void Dragon, I think, is utterly mind-blowing, even after you've built them. But
they're primed and ready to go as well.
That's so stupid. You should just do it. Because
there's a lot of things I should just do. I should just finish the Tyrannies. I should just paint another 1,000 points of the Imperial Fists.
But the Imperial Fists I'm willing to give or take anyway because you're like a proper magpie. And the Tyranids totally understand because they beat you into therapy. Or the need for therapy, I should say.
Night Lords.
And Night Lords. Yeah, great time. Great time. Which you painted 3 minis of, so you could just go back to them and then do the Necrons anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah, there is something really, really special about the Silent King, and there is absolutely a reason why it is our favourite. Just the sheer level of detail on this mini is utterly mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple painted in real life, obviously one of which at Warhammer World, within their display cabinets and stuff. I think the heavy metal scheme on that is just mind-blowing.
So we're not massive fans of obviously edge heightening everything in the heavy metal scheme, but if you can see that in the flesh, that's one miniature where the heavy metal style of highlighting everything just works. On that miniature, if you wanted a thing to sell that style to you, it's that.
So on top of the heavy metal miniature, when I went to No Retreat last year, there was a guy who I was bunking with called Christian. His tag is Christian Paints Minis. He did a very, very small kit bash. And by kit bash, I mean he covered the Silent King's mouth.
Like a pharaoh.
So it's super like smooth and all of like the chrome. He's honestly one of the most talented painters I've ever seen. And his Silent King is like, imagine heavy metal dialed to 11.
Yeah.
It's like the most insane competition level standout piece I've ever seen. And there was a moment in our game where Demon Russ killed the Silent King. The Silent King blew up and killed Demon Russ. And it was so like, yeah. It was poetry in motion, and it was utterly stunning. So
I've played a Silent King once. Tried to kill it, couldn't. I killed a men here, and then it just comes back because the guy I was playing ran Illuminor Cesaraz, who can just bring a men here back.
That's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when you've got named characters like that.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go with that? But
so,
yeah, unbelievable.
I've got a few honourable mentions.
Yep.
I'll do them all in one go.
Okay.
First one,
yeah.
Blade Guard. Hands down, shh, in your box, hands down the best Space Marine kit on like troop kit on sale today. I mean, yeah, it's nowhere near the top 5, but it's such a good kit. It's worth an honourable mention.
Blade Guard.
Yeah, how cool are Blade Guard?
Mate, no. What are the other honourable mentions?
Howling Banshees.
Howling back. Oh yeah, they're cool.
Remember when they came out in the plastic? Stop laughing at me. When they came out in the plastic range, I was like,
Yeah.
could do. And my last honourable mention is High Marshal Helbrecht.
Hi, Marshal Helbrecht.
Don't need to say anything else on that.
He's wicked.
What a miniature.
To be fair, Grimaldus I really like as well.
No,
I think he's great.
I'm not massively keen on his.
What? So you hold on.
I can't say why I don't like it.
Yeah, you can.
Because it's not family friendly on YouTube. But I don't like his mask.
Because it looks
Yes.
right. Okay.
See, you get it.
Well, yeah, I get it. I still think he looks metal as hell. Also, I think the fact that you've taken Blade Guard over Grimaldus is insane.
No. These are just honourable mentions, and they are really good. And like Blade Guard aren't in like the top 20, but they're just.
They're an honourable mention then.
They are.
50, it's 6 to 10 is an honourable mention.
No, shut up. I like Blade Guard.
My favourite minis are Blade Guard. So honourable mentions for any normal person, I would say things like Angron. I'd say things like Farsight. Who else would I say? Morven Val is another really beautiful mini. What else have we got?
You only get 3. I was only allowed 3.
Oh, well, I was on the run up to 5, so I can firstly annihilate Blade Guard, but then who did you have at 5?
I had Howling Banshees and Helbrecht.
No, at 5.
I had the Norn.
Yeah, yeah. All the 3 that I just said are better than the Norn.
No, they're not.
Yeah, you wouldn't take Morven Val over a Norn.
No, I'd take Norn over Morven Val any day.
Crazy.
It's just a giant walking kaiju.
God, so you've really killed me with Blade Guard. I think that was such an amazing end to this video.
Blade Guard are cool.
Oh.
Could have worse. I could have said the suppressors.
No.
They're awful. It's not like I came up with some like really weird left field take.
You did with Blade Guard.
Oh,
they're not top 5. Good grief.
Over the past couple of days, since all of these Blood Angels reveals, I've just realised I'm a massive Space Marine simp.
Yeah.
That's all I want to paint.
What a shocker.
Oh, you all knew.
Ultramarines, Night Lords, Blade Guard. Blood Angels is going to be a new pickup for you.
4 Space Marine armies. I'm not even sorry. 5 when the Grey Knight refresh comes out.
Oh, outrageous. The reason I did this is because we're going to do an honourable mention for you lovely lists of Kierans. Without you guys, we wouldn't be able to make all of this stuff possible. Huge thank you to you guys. And obviously, if you've got top 5 mentions of your own, honourable mentions, or want to laugh at the fact that Kieran said Blade Guard, write down in the comments below and tell us all about it right there.
While you're down there, hit the like button.
Yes.
Subscribe, do all the YouTube pleasantries because
Absolutely right.
we're trying to get 10k by the end of the year.
That's the first time I've officially heard you say it. Yes.
But it's not going to happen.
Manifest it. It's happening. Yes. Excellent stuff. Thank you so much for joining us on yet another video of The Kieran Show, and we will see you on the next one.